All right, so somebody asked me a question about being able to graph this line, y equals negative 4x plus 3. And the first thing to notice is that this equation is in the form y equals mx plus b. So, for example, this negative 4 is taking the place of m, and this 3 is taking the place of b. And x is just x, it's a variable. Now, m is equal to the slope. You might have heard it called rise over run, or y2, there it is, minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. This is basically how much the line itself is changing. And b, I'll put it over here, is the y-intercept. That's where it crosses this green line that I'm filling through here. This is called the y-axis because y goes up and down. So 3, that means we have a y-intercept at the point 0, comma b, and in this case it would be 0, 3. And that's because our 3 is taking the place of our b. Okay, so we know one point on the graph, it's 0, comma 3. So you would go on the graph, maybe it's right here. That's that point, and that's going to be a point on our line. Now we want to know, we can use m here to know the rest of this graph. So again, our m in this case is equal to negative 4. What that means is from any point on the line, if you go down 4 and to the right 1, you'll be at another point in the graph. So if I'm starting, let's say, at our y-intercept, the 0, comma 3, I go down 4, so that puts me at negative 1, and I go over 1, that's another point on the graph. Okay? So if I were to see if I can use this here, I'll make it orange. Oh, let me help here. I want a straight line going from here through here. So your graph is going to look something like this. And this orange bit here is the graph y equals minus 4x plus 3. So again, just to talk about it, because our y is isolated, it's in this general form. Okay? And can I change this color? Try to make it green. There we go. Oh, I mean red. That's what I wanted. There we go. So our slope is just your change in y over your change in x, or y2 minus y1, that's supposed to be a 1, my bad, over x2 minus x1. And again, this is telling you when I go to the right 1, so when I go over to the right 1, how far up or down does it go? And it goes down 4 units. Okay, so that's what the slope's telling us. When I move to the right 1 unit, how far up or down do I go? The negative here is indicating that we go down, and the 4 simply tells us we go down 4 units, which is why we went down to negative 1, because 3 minus 4 is negative 1. And then with those 2 points, with the y-intercept, which is given to us here, it's given to us in the equation, and this new point that we found using the slope, we're able to connect those two dots and just make a straight line that passes through both of them. And we're able to get a picture of the graph. So hopefully that makes sense, and you're good to go.